like fake normal. Kamala loves Doritos. We got a bunch of stuff happening over the weekend. We had kind of a big story drop this morning. So we'll probably get into that. I believe the DNC is happening this week. So we are about to see them most fakest everything everywhere for the next few days. And I wonder if Trump is going to attack Harris this week or just let it ride, and let her get her little bump or whatever. Or maybe they'll do press conferences. That would be great. And just let Kamala talk and see if Kamala gets a bump or not. Anyway, good morning. Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm JJ. That's Deacon. We are the Internet Dads. We meet here Monday through Friday to... What exactly is our mission?
So every single little town has little restaurants, hometown restaurants. And they might not be hometown restaurants. They might be Dairy Queen or McDonald's or something. And if you go in the morning, usually between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., there's a couple of tables of old men sitting there before they start their day, or maybe they're retired, and they sit there and they drink coffee. They talk. Is all they do. And if you've ever worked in the restaurant business, you'll know this is called the liar's table. That's what they call it, the liar's table. That's where all the liars sit, because that's all they do, sit there and lie to each other. And those guys have the world's problems already solved. They solve them there at their tables. So that's why. So if you'll just ask them, JJ lives in Texas. I live in West Kentucky. Dave lives in Central Kentucky. Brian is in Virginia. Do goods in Germany. We've got people all over the place. So we sit down and we have our little breakfast, our coffee. I enjoy sitting here talking. I might not be particularly intrigued with every freaking topic that you bring up. I might be wanting to pick my ear and pick my nose.
I can see it sometimes, because you just lean back and you're like, well, shit.
Well, sometimes I try to, I'm like, I've got to listen, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But I've told Ashley when we watched the show, I've told Ashley, I was like, look, JJ's a political science guy. That's what he majored in college. So I just let him talk. He can't help. That's what he loves. That's what he's very interested in.
I don't even really have a team that I want to win. I just want everybody to realize everybody's lying all the time. All of these guys are lying.
You like seeing the patterns in the game and seeing how the games play. You enjoy seeing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a lot of the stories that you put up that we talk about, I'll look at the headline and I'm like, well, that's not one I would have picked. That's not. There's several that are not ones I would have picked, but
that's not interesting.
They end up being, some of them end up being interesting. Wow. Some of them aren't. I
think I got one of those this morning, but before that, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Did you see? So Kamala Harris is on her bus tour of Pennsylvania. She got a big beautiful bus that says Kamala on it, and she's driving around Pennsylvania because she's trying to butter up the state that can help her win. And we're rolling into the DNC this morning. And you know what is more folksy and relatable than doing a press conference or answering questions honestly on TV, live TV? What's more honest than that is shooting videos of you going to a gas station and eating normal people food, just like normal people do, not peasants, but normal people. So that's what happened recently. Check this out. Kamala Harris and her entire entourage of Secret Service and Doug and Tim Stolen Valor Waltz stopped at a gas station. Check it out. That's a little loud. I'm turn it down. She wants Doritos. Okay. I mean, look past the.
Are you showing a video?
Yeah. Oh, dadgummit, I can't see it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right.
I pushed the share button, but it didn't go to the share thing. Here we go. Well, my bad. Here we go. There's Kamala and Doug looking for Doritos. Walk right past the Doritos to look for them.
Huh? Dougie, there they are. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Oh, Tim.
Isn't this it?
That's
There you go.
Yeah, there they are. There they are. Did you notice that Doug had the Doritos in his hand while she was reaching over the chips to get them from Tim Waltz? Can I pause this? Yeah, here, right here. They're in his hand here, and Tim Waltz is handing her one over there.
Wait a minute. I hate how this freaking Rumble's set up because we've got our stupid pictures down here and you can't move them. Or, I mean, we can't even get rid of them, can I? Can you? I would rather see the video.
Here, you can take your camera off.
How do I? Here,
I did that.
Oh, here. Oh, that's good. Good idea. Good idea. Okay, we can do that. So go back, rewind that video a little bit.
Yeah. So first, Doug brings her a bag of Doritos that she walked past.
Right.
She takes those.
But didn't you just say, play the video again? I'm missing play it and let me hear what they say.
All right, I'm going to turn the sound back on.
I'm missing something here.
I just Doritos. Dougie, there they are. Yeah, thank you.
I know you want those. Isn't this it?
That's
there you go. Corn nuts over there.
I think that is a bad. I think that is a freaking bad. I was trying to look. When you see him kind of turn it a little bit, it looks like it has a different logo. But I think he's holding something on top. No, I think they're Lay's. I think he's holding Lay's. I'm sorry.
But he already handed her Doritos.
I know he already handed, and they've done a second shot of that. But in that specific moment there, I don't think he's holding Doritos. I think he's holding Lay's.
You think so?
Look at the yellow on it.
Okay, hold on.
So that's not as yellow, it's orange. Those are two.
Yeah, but she likes
colors.
the nacho cheese. She likes the nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah, but it's going to be orange. What he's got in his hand is, I think it's light. I don't know.
You're seeing this bag right here.
So move, go back frame by frame right there when she's raising her arm to watch the bag that's in what's his name's hand, Doug's hand. So watch that bag in his hand. Does he have something on top of the bag of Doritos, or is that? I think I'm wrong. I think that's something. I think he is holding the bag of Doritos and something else, like a pack of Juicy Fruit gum or something, on top of the Doritos.
Right.
Whatever he's holding is yellow.
No, look at him. No, look at him. She's reaching over to get the Doritos from Tim, and Doug literally looks in his hand and is like, I have the Doritos in my hand.
But see, but right there, it almost looks like that yellow is a part of the bag. So I would assume that it's a chip or something.
He might have something else there too. But look at all this.
Well, I mean, this isn't proving anything. Everything's set up, and there's many takes, and
this is
everybody knows that. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
You think Joe Biden just walks into a freaking coffee shop and starts talking to people and whatnot? That crap is set up. That crap is set up. They tell those people, this is what's fixing to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to let freaking Kamala Harris just go into it. Kamala Harris and and her vice president pick just go into a freaking. So I got to turn my camera back on, don't I?
Yeah, you turn your camera back on. All right.
They're not just going to let her go into a convenience store.
This was a stunt, right? We know it's a stunt.
Oh, my Lord.
And they had the video to debunk it, like in the stunt itself. I don't care that they did the stunt. I just think it's hokey. But they're doing this whole shtick of like we're super normal. We're normal, and everybody else is weird. Oh. All right, Dave. Dave, you said you had a bank issue, and if it's anything other than related to a heist, I'm going to be intensely disappointed.
Okay.
You're intensely disappointed.
Oh, man. Good morning, sir. How are you? Welcome to the Internet Dads Show.
Oh,
All right.
yeah? Sweet.
Yeah.
Hello.
You like Doritos?
You like Doritos?
Uh,
What flavor? What flavor Doritos do you like?
I'm more of just a standard. I did see the taco ones are back.
Hmm.
Mm.
How
Probably
much?
all
How
Doritos.
many? Now you are not the president of the United States. You know, you have a
You're
very
not?
important job, but it's not. It's
What
not.
the hell am I
it's
here
not.
for?
What are you here for? I just need to know. I have seen that people of
Either the people
immense
have the
seats of
power or the
power.
people do not, my friend.
I have seen evidence that people of immense seats of power require quite a bit of help to find a bag of Doritos. And I was just wondering, how many of your friends do you get to assist you to find a bag of Doritos?
It depends on what flavor it is. I mean, I'm not above or below calling people and saying, "Hey, I need these Doritos. Where are they?"
Dude, let me just tell you.
And I
You
have
need-
teenagers.
You need to buy the Dorito taco shells when you're making tacos. Oh my God.
Really?
I've always liked the little walk-in tacos, and sometimes Ashley will make nachos. She'll be like, "You want nachos tonight?" And so we'll make nachos, and I won't use the regular. I usually get the Walmart brand Doritos because they're cheaper and they taste very similar. And I crunch them up and mix it up. Oh my God! But
Let the Kentucky guy tell the Texas guy how to make tacos.
I don't give.
I mean,
a crap,
the
I'm
idea
like
that you're
white guy
making nachos
tacos.
with Doritos is repulsive to me.
Dude, you don't know
But
what
you
you're
gotta do
missing.
What are
you.
we talking about?
Okay.
You don't know what you're
What
missing.
did I walk into?
If I
Exactly.
told you some of my crazy Kentucky recipes, you would die. I've got one that me and my
Mhm.
dad and my brother, tuna a la king, you would die. I've had people gag when I tell them what's in that. It's so good.
Yeah. Kamala Harris was shopping for Doritos, but she needed Secret Service and 2 men to help her find a bag of Doritos.
I can't believe you would think Doritos and tacos wouldn't go well. Those two though, take a bite of taco and then take a bite of Dorito and tell me how those
I don't
flavor.
really like tacos too much. I'm more of a chimichanga guy. I love a chimichanga. All right. This morning before the show, I'm just gonna the House Judiciary GOP released a document this morning. I know it's a scintillating read, and you're probably dying to get to it, but it's 300 pages, so you probably haven't had a chance to read it yet. And it's the report showing Joe Biden committed impeachable offenses. Now, here's my question for you guys. This is a 300-page document. It's got details. It talks about bank accounts and transfers and people with reason things to do it. And Joe, let's just, for the sake of argument, assume for a moment that Joe Biden, President of the United States, is guilty of some criminal actions, including influence peddling, but he's at the last 6 months of his presidency. Is it morally right to impeach this man and put Kamala in the presidency, or let it ride? What is the right thing to do, guys, if he's guilty?
What is the outcome going to be in both situations? What's the outcome?
The real outcome, or the the optimal outcome?
The real outcome.
I've seen presidents impeached before.
Yeah.
They changed nothing.
But that was a fake impeachment.
Nothing.
I've seen 2 presidents impeached before. Nothing changed.
That's good. Good point. Impeachment doesn't actually do anything.
Doesn't do anything. It just means, hey, yeah, you messed up.
No, have we ever seen him convicted though? We've never seen a convicted impeachment in our lifetimes.
Clinton was impeached.
He was impeached, but he wasn't removed from office.
But you said impeached.
Impeached. I mean, fully convicted. I mean, impeached and fully convicted.
Oh,
impeached and convicted by the Senate.
So you said the 300-page document, impeachable offenses, but is it convictable offenses? So I mean, you've got to
the only thing
that's where the gray area gets. That a lot of
just because someone's impeached doesn't mean they will be convicted. It means they're able to be convicted. But
here's the secret of impeachment: there is no standard whatsoever. The only thing you need is for senators to agree, and 51 of them or 2/3 or whatever, and they agree, and then he's guilty.
Impeachment is the icing on the cake. It's not the cake itself. It's not the cake itself, but it's what a lot of people
cannot be. So All right, so there's a 300-page report out showing Joe Biden committed impeachable effects, and I don't think anything's going to be done. I don't think anything's going to be done because of two reasons. One, it's not strategically beneficial for the House Republicans to remove President Biden from the presidency and install Kamala Harris, and then run against incumbent Kamala Harris.
That should be an issue.
That's the issue I'm talking about.
Right, but like, and I don't care if it's which side you're on. Strategically wise, it's either legal or it's illegal.
No, impeachment is not a legal standard. Impeachment is a political standard.
Right. What I'm getting at is
it's not legal.
It was the law broken or not? Is there a consequence or not? And if we lower the standard for consequences, then, dude, you're strategically setting up the ability to just keep doing craziness.
Yep. So impeachment is not a criminal legal remedy, and in fact, if there is a criminal legal remedy, he must be impeached before that investigation. Like, you can't charge him before you impeach him, or he could be like, oh, I pardon myself. So now, in one potential reality, the House impeaches Joe Biden, and the impeachment goes to trial in the Senate, and the Senate declares him guilty after a kangaroo court, sure, and then Kamala Harris becomes the president, and she is now running for president as president, and she's the incumbent. So they're not going to let that happen. They're not going to do that.
No.
On the other hand, in the other reality, these articles or these charges are brought up. He's never impeached. And in 5 to 10 years, the Biden Presidential Library is built, and he gets to publish all of his writings and pretend that he was a wonderful and great president. And never in history is it noted that he was impeached for being a criminal influence peddler.
Which president says they were not a good president? Is there any president that has said, no, I wasn't a good president?
I mean, dead ones. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was interesting.
You put a thought into my head that I hadn't thought of before, JJ, and I just...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't.
Is it not a good thought?
No, it's not a good thought. I had never postulated on the Biden Presidential Library, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going to be in that? I don't want to go in that library.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be some secret rooms in that library that employees only are only allowed into.
Nope. Stepping out.
This is Hunter's closet. It's covered in mirrors. Don't ask why.
God.
No comment.
All right.
Do you want to?
Oh, I thought that was interesting.
Speaking of impeachable Biden offenses, do you want to see what that Biden, because of him, he sent a few dollars to Ukraine in this war that they're fighting?
Yeah,
right?
I've heard about that. Yeah.
I mean, it's not very much. It's like what, 170 billion or something. Am I a little north?
You know what? That's a good question, and I'm going to answer.
I wonder
that
how much it is now.
Yeah,
we were aghast when it was over 100 million, and that was over a year ago. It seems. But I was just...
Brock, how much money has U.S. sent to Ukraine?
Let's find out. Let me share it.
Here we go. Boop. What happened? Where'd it go?
Oh, my bad. Here, let me click it. There you go.
As of mid-2024, the U.S. has committed over $175 billion in various forms of aid to Ukraine since the escalation in 2022.
Okay. So do you want to know where your money goes, where your money went? Because that's your money. Sure
it's going to win this war, right?
It's going to help win the war. All right. So let me show you what some of the money has gone on. How come I'm not sharing?
You just got to try here. Whoop. There we go. I switched them at the bottom. You have to switch them.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I see it at the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ukraine
Look at
is
that,
getting
man.
Ukraine is getting ready to unleash a swarm of robot dogs. Ukraine is
Great.
letting the dogs out. You like that sub headline
Who
there?
let the dogs out?
It was
Who let the
Ukraine.
dogs out?
It was. So
For
to address
1
its manpower
billion. Oh,
shortage,
you can do. You can do for how much money have we given?
$175
For
billion.
$175 billion. Who let the dogs out? Instead of the 1 zillion, the whole, you can redo the whole thing now. It's fine. I'm the only one that's remembering the song.
Yes, you are. That's the only part I remember. And I work in radio. To address its manpower shortage, Ukraine is planning to let loose a pack of robot dogs against invading Russian military. This Agence France Presse reports. The robot dogs will be used to detect landmines, go on reconnaissance missions to scope out the enemy in hostile territory, and carry weapons, ammunition, and medicine to the battlefield.
Carry weapons.
No, JJ. Absolutely will we not have freaking laser beams on their heads.
Aimbot.
This
Robot dogs with machine guns.
This dog limits the risk for soldiers and increases operational capabilities. Of course, yes, it's core. This is the core function of the dog. The robot dog has a battery runtime of 2 hours, an onboard thermal imaging system, and a kill switch that erases all of its data if the robot would fall into the hands of Russians, or if they just want to kill all of its data because it's seen something that they don't want everybody else to see. So there you go. The dogs of war. I wish we had a video.
So this is I'm not.
It looks like a
I'm not.
Doberman.
I'm not trying to help anybody or anything, but I will remind you that it is like really easy to defeat a robot dog. You just need like a balloon with some oil and sand. That's it. And then it gets like, and it can't see.
I would think, I mean, I'm just being rational here, but I would think that if I was making military robot dogs and somebody's like, all I'd have to do is throw sand on it, I'd be like, okay, we need to. Hey, engineering, I got a problem. We need to solve.
Moving parts are moving parts. And sand messes those up.
Paintball is
in
loaded with sand.
1980.
Yeah.
But it's 2024, and we have crap that you, Dave, and I, Dave May, but you and I don't know about. So
I
mean, I'm just not dismissing the possibility that there is a technology to repel against something like that, something easy like that for a robot. Because I would even assume that they would have some sort of technology to block the freaking, like an EMF signal in certain bots. Wouldn't you think that, if we have a robot that absolutely does this and blah, 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 and an EMF signal is going to take it out? Well, we need to figure out how to keep that from affecting that. We need to get some smart people to come in here and figure this out. That's just me. That's just me. And if I can think of it, somebody else can think of it.
I think probably the
creating are different things, though.
The biggest upside here is that this money for these dog robots is going to Ukraine, which is going to pilfer most of the money, and they won't actually make most of the robot dogs.
I think I figured it out. Deke. So let's say you have these dogs and you want to protect them from sand and oil. All you have to do is create a skin that actually covers them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A one-piece skin that actually covers them.
Well, that's gross.
Think of your skin and the way it covers your bones from oil and sand and stuff. So a one-piece skin. There you go. I just helped the military out. Please remember me.
You gotta.
What if? Okay,
just wrap it in trash bags.
Let's create a decent hypothetical story. Let's create a decent hypothetical story. In my hypothetical story, this government wants to try out this brand new technology, this AI robotic technology, but they need to figure out how to use it on the war field, on the battle. So they fund this other country's war and give them all these AI robots and stuff to fight on the field. So it's like a Terminator, and so that we can take notes.
We still have control of the AI robots, right?
Yeah.
Just backdoor control.
Yeah.
Like prompt 4. What was it called?
I don't remember.
RoboCop.
So there you go, JJ.
Okay.
Robot dogs. You got them.
I am. I'm asking
Get 'em.
Grok to draw us a picture of what. Grok, Ukraine is deploying robot dogs on the battlefield. Draw a robot dog for military use, but wrapped in plastic bags to defend against oil and sand.
Huh. Wow.
It's kind of freaky,
all right,
man.
crazy.
No thanks. That would scare me if I saw that thing.
What I was just thinking, man. If I saw that thing moving through the
I'm
woods,
running.
fire it.
Running.
Shoot it. All right. Let's see. I had one more political story, and then we got a bunch of, but I'm running out quick. So this will be quick. Let me find. Where's my other one?
Started talking, and I
Actually
freaking
here on
forgot
Monday.
what I was gonna do over here.
Okay. Over the weekend, Kamala unveiled her economic plan to help with rising food costs. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
I'm sure you are aware that food costs have increased slightly since the Biden administration in
just
2021.
slightly. And considering that I had two boys that during the Biden Kamala Harris administration were 12, 13, or 13, 14, 15, and 16. I don't think you people realize, Dave does, how much a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old boy, how much pounds of meat they can eat.
Oh, don't forget the 20-year-old boy.
We used to buy, like, for the family of 4, we'd buy 2 pounds of hamburger meat. We'd cook it up, and we'd have plenty left over. Left over. Oh, no. The boys could eat a pound by themselves. Yes, I understand how much rising food costs have. I understand how much food has gone up.
So Kamala Harris put forth a plan that included government price controls that would limit the price that grocery stores can sell food for, with no consideration about the supply chain. Well, Robert Sterling here had a little post, and it's a little long, but I'm going to go through it as quick as I can. He says that people need to stop overreacting about the plan to reduce food inflation, as if it would lead to communism, starvation, and the end of America. So this is the scenario, and I want to get your thoughts on this, guys, and see how true that you think this is. One, the government announces grocery retailers can't raise prices. So grocery stores, which operate on a 1 to 2% net margins, they can't survive if they raise prices. So if the government announces that food producers are also not allowed to raise prices. So you got your Kraft, your Conagra, your Tyson, your Hormel. Not all grocery stores are equal. Stores in lower income areas make less money than those in higher income areas, obviously. And because those stores in lower income areas aren't able to cover their food overhead, groceries start closing stores down, and food deserts in rural areas and in low income urban areas become worse. Food deserts are whenever there's no access to groceries. And the food margins for the producers are also eroding, so their primary costs aren't fixed, and their shrinking gross profits leave less cash available to cover their overhead. Grocery chains, which have limited shelf space, start to repurpose their stores to sell more non-price controlled items, and your Kroger and Safeway starts to look at a lot more like Walmart, selling tools and shelves and other plates and stuff.
They already do.
Yep.
They already do.
Food producers, they start making products with lower margins. The grocery stores start competing with each other to secure inventory. And since they can't compete by offering better prices, they compete on things like payment terms. Small grocery stores shut down entirely or get sold to get gobbled up by Kroger.
Yep. All the small grocery stores in our town are gone.
We still have an IGA, which
we've got an
Grocery
IGA,
Association.
but it's
Ours has gotten better in the last few years.
Smaller food producers, which typically sell via vendors, start to go out of business because these producers have an additional step in their value chain, so their costs go up, but their profits can't. And when grocery stores aren't able to raise prices, cutting product costs becomes all more important, and deprioritizing purchases from smaller producers is an easy way to do that. The supply chain starts to break.
What you're basically saying is you cut this freaking I mean, there's 40 of these freaking things, and it's saying the same thing. You stop. It sounds good coming out of her mouth to all the morons. Oh, she wants to limit this and do this. That's like cutting off the freaking. You're cutting off the tip, and you're making everybody happy because it looks like. But what you're doing is you're hurting all these freaking little grocery stores. You're putting a Band-Aid on a broken arm. The problem is all these other crap coming in. You're charging all this money for everything else, and when it gets to the grocery store's having to raise their price because it's now, instead of costing, it's like this little restaurant right over here.
Raise the price.
It's like this little restaurant right over here. Miss Kim, I've known her my whole life. The lady that runs this restaurant, we went to elementary school together, and she was telling me, she was like, don't list the price anymore because I've had to raise the price twice in the past year. And I'm like, oh my gosh. She says, I hate it. I hate that I've had to raise the price on this special because it's gone up so much for her. She can't make any money. They're not driving a Mercedes Benz. She owns a restaurant. She drives a broken down car. These people are not making any money because we're taking Tums for our antacid. It's a Band-Aid for a broken arm. And it looks good. It looks really good.
Saying like, I'm going to bring prices down.
Yeah, it looks really good when you tell it to people that don't understand. Like, it's just like the example we gave that you gave every time they tried to say, we're going to cut student loans. And you're like,
who's paying for that?
Thing. It looks good.
Yeah. So this is 13 steps to literally destroy the economy and perhaps starve America. But because Democrats won't read 13 steps, they won't vote against it. So
they don't care.
We watched this thing happen when we raised minimum wages out in was it California that had the like $20.
What did I say? I said, they're forcing the prices to go, the wages to go up. And I was like, that's going to mean people lose their jobs and companies leave. And what did we find out a month later? Yeah. People lost their jobs and companies left.
I'm fine with you raising minimum wage jobs, but I think this will never happen. Lower maximum wage jobs, like the corporate end. Dude, is there a reason why a CEO that sells $1 burgers is making millions of dollars a year?
There is a reason.
I saw that interview again last night.
I don't know how to make that work.
I don't know how old this interview is, but I saw that interview again last night. It popped up where they interviewed the CEO of Arizona Tea. And the woman is asking him, are you ever going to raise the price up from 99 cents? Because Arizona Tea still is 99 cents. It has been forever. Yeah. And he said, everything is paid for. All land, I'm debt free. Why do I want to raise the price to put more hardship on everyone else so that I can make a profit? I've got everything I need. Everything is paid for. He said, and she goes, so will you never raise the price? He said, I can't say that it'll never be raised, but it's not going to be raised right now. And I'm like, wish we had more people like them. Unfortunately, it's not balanced.
Most businesses don't run in a profit. They don't run with no debt. Most businesses have debt.
Most businesses have debt.
Those companies the footprint of these major companies are so big you can't really even imagine. And they're competing for the top talent for CEOs. They need the very smartest, best people to make sure that all these jobs are safe and that their companies are able to survive their own debt. That's why the
problem is perspective.
Top talent gets so much money.
Well, the problem is perspective. It's like Dave said, there's no reason why the CEO should get $100 million bonus. Well, in our perspective, that's like me getting $1,000 bonus.
There's a preacher I knew who was a preacher at one of the largest churches in the U.S., fifth largest or something like that. He capped his salary at $65,000 and the salary of all of his employees at $65,000, which at the time, this is in the 90s. He said that's more than enough. That's more than enough you need to live on. In the 90s, yes. And I look at some of the salaries that some of the preachers. I don't make 65,000, but I look at some of the salaries that some of these megachurch preachers make, and it is ridiculous. Like, are you familiar with the Instagram preachers and sneakers?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so basically, this guy's taking pictures of these famous preachers, and he looks at their shoes and he tells you what their shoes are worth, the value of
Oh,
their
okay.
shoes. So you're seeing like these preachers up there in like $4,000 shoes or a $2,000 belt, $10,000 getup, and it just gets ridiculous. There is so
Right.
much top end, like um, because I'm the best at what I do, I need to be paid more than everybody else, and we've lost value. That's just my view, and I know it's something.
I mean,
that,
I get that, but on the other hand, I'm like,
I
I
understand
don't
how
want
capitalism works, but
I don't want government telling us what the lowest end people need to get paid
Yeah.
because it's destructive, and I don't want and because of the same thing, I don't care what the highest end people get paid either.
that's that's where like
If you-
this whole like
If you don't like it, then don't subscribe to Disney Plus or
Right.
you know.
it doesn't matter if you did one time. It doesn't matter. You're host. You signed the agreement. I went through and read it this past week, and there was something about forfeiture of souls. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
No, all right. All right.
But JJ, what you just said, I want you to remember when I say I ain't watching no freaking Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks movie because I don't want to give money to those crazy people. I don't want I don't feel
Sure.
like my life is any different because I didn't watch the Top Gun movie. I don't feel like my life has
Who was it?
changed at all. I don't think if I would have saw that, I don't think I would be a billionaire right now.
Was it Gwyneth Paltrow who just recently made a comment about being middle class? I'm pretty certain it was Gwyneth
She's
Paltrow.
not middle class. She doesn't know what she's
Once again, perspective is somebody with
Right.
$30 million middle class when the upper class now has 500 billion and the lower class is maybe that is middle class.
Yeah. Oh, she's one of us. Oh, she's one of us.
One of us. I'm a little lower on the ladder.
Well, Deke, let me tell you about selling Jim
Amway?
Jadestones
You
to
got
put up
Amway?
somebody's hoo-ha. Because that's what she does now.
Gross.
Yeah, well, look, if people want to buy it, then you should sell it. That's all I'm saying. And by the way, I know you hate Tom Cruise, but Live, Die, Repeat is a great movie.
I
You should
don't
totally
care
watch
if it will.
It was
Amazing.
Kate Blanchett. I'm sorry, Gwyneth Paltrow. Kate
Oh,
Blanchett. Blanchett worth 95 million, slammed for saying she's middle class. Okay.
Let's do we got some other stuff. Okay, yeah, I seen this video a couple times, and I think you got apparently one of you put it in here. So I've seen some of these Game of Thrones videos that are AI generated. I've seen one that was Lord of
did
the
put it in
Rings
there.
that was AI generated. Let's play this for a second. Is it? Oh, I got it.
This is from Elon Musk's Twitter feed.
Yeah, this is on Elon Musk's. Here we go.
Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directly to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directly to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose.
That is the worst looking dragon.
Cool, kick the nation with the groove, then we rock the place when the
For
bass
now.
gets smooth. Dance.
What are we
with the vibes
watching?
get
What
loose.
is
I hit the
this?
floor
AI generated video, and it's moving. It's entire crowds. The camera's moving through it, and it's obviously not completely realistic because you can't do shots like that. But
with AI, let me
very
say
This is-
again, you're watching a
I would have
3-month-old.
I would have loved to
Yeah.
had a video game like this 25 years ago.
Dude, I'm telling you, these new guys, I'm predicting Grand Theft Auto 6 to be a game changer. I really think AI is going to be all over that. I think the people are going to have AI in them, the NPCs. I can't hear you.
I said I've never played any Grand Theft
I know,
Auto.
and I know you probably won't, but I'm just telling you that this new game, and then that's just going to be the open door, because I said that years ago when we were talking about AI on the show. I was
Sure.
like, dude, can you imagine if Skyrim, every one of those people had this? It's coming. It's coming. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey in ancient Greek right
Watch
now.
the first comment right underneath that video.
Hey, look at this one.
Yeah.
You might like this one better, D. This is the game, the Lord of the Rings version.
Cool, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance with the vibes get loose. I hit the floor directed to the roof. Cool, kick the nation with the grooves, then we rock the place when the bass gets smooth. Dance.
Yeah, it's impressive. The technology now is impressive. Can you imagine what it's going to be like a year from now on August the 19th, 2025?
And they may be able to have Kamala Harris answer questions on camera.
The technology that we have now that is not available to us, that it is, but you got to pay thousands of dollars to get it, is a lot better than that. What did old Rodriguez say? What's his name? Rodriguez, the director.
Robert
Rodriguez was saying something like, didn't he plan this big $1 billion studio that he was fixing to build, and because of the freaking technology of AI?
That was Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was going to do that.
Tyler Perry. Okay, he was like, I'm not wasting my money on this. I can do this with AI.
Yeah, he just typed some stuff and like, oh, I have a whole movie. Yeah,
it's amazing. Video games are.
We're about to have democratized movies. It is going to be amazing, because you're going to be able to like go on your computer and be like, I want to watch a movie about, I don't know, robots fighting spiders in space, and nobody else has to make it. You can just type it.
If you only watch the movie, you need to pick up the book Ready Player One. Read the book Ready Player One. Don't watch the movie. The movie's different a little from the book. Read the book.
Did you read the second one?
No.
There's a second Ready Player 2.
I'm listening to an audiobook right now. It's pretty good.
Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Oh no.
Dude, listen to it. Oh my word.
Nerds.
Promise you.
So one of the big hangups with AI is obviously you have to have huge energy demands to run all of this AI stuff, right?
A lot of
so
water.
we got to solve that problem.
Right.
How do we, especially in California, since we're going to have like no electric or no gas cars, it's all going to have to be charged. I think we're going to need some more electricity. So when you guys posted this story this morning,
you don't think everything is made up of electricity, JJ? I think we need more.
Everything. What do you think? Everything is made.
Everything is electricity.
I'm not.
Oh, one day you'll see.
You're positive and negatives.
I'm only positive.
I would have really done a spit take if I
You're
would.
about to get like struck by lightning right now.
The electricity is drawn to you.
A student has successfully developed a small nuclear reactor as part of his A levels. The 17-year-old built the reactor to generate neutrons as part of his extended project qualification. Caesar, I don't know. This is from Interesting Engineering, so I don't know how true this is. Caesar, whatever, this guy, his work is claimed to be the only nuclear reactor built in a school environment. There's no way that this could have happened. Showcased at the Cambridge Science Festival recently, the nuclear reactor achieved plasma a few months ago, and it gave this guy an A in his A-level results. It wasn't easy to convince his teachers for the project. Who approved this?
It's not a complicated process to do
nuclear reaction.
If you have the right materials.
What he did was he's not creating energy, if I understood the article correctly.
Right. He created plasma.
Yes. Which is what's needed. So this is a fusion generator of sorts.
Yeah.
Which that's fascinating. First of all, it is at a college that the staff let him do this.
Yeah.
He was under a lot of supervision to get it all done. fact that he did it in about a year, 18 months, that's
The
crazy.
prestige that the college gets, he gets, everybody gets from doing something like this, and the notoriety because some random podcast with 6 viewers is sitting here talking about it this morning. I mean, it's pretty interesting. But I'm going to say this once again: go down the rabbit hole of all of the energy devices that have been created over the past 200 years that you don't know about, and you think, "Oh, that's bullcrap. Oh, that's bullcrap." But when 17 of them all had mysterious accidents and died in their sleep.
He says it's a nuclear fusion reactor. Nuclear fusion.
It probably
we couldn't even do fusion.
It probably uses nuclear fusion in some sort of way, but that could be anything.
All right.
That's interesting.
Did you guys watch the video here or whatever this is?
No, that's the first I've seen of that story.
That's not the video for that reactor, I don't think.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
I had a different video.
The project couldn't get the same pressure that's generated by the sun due to its own gravity. Okay, well, anyway, we got smart people out there trying to make energy for us, I guess.
You can't make energy, JJ. That's the first law of physics.
All right. Well, you can make
energy
it be
cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change forms. There is only one being that can create energy, and that's God.
Now you want to follow laws. Now
there are some fundamental laws in our understanding of physics here in this present. I'm not saying that that's the fundamental law anywhere else, but it is here right now. Energy cannot be created or destroyed.
I forgot to mention earlier, but if you guys are in the area of the DNC today and tomorrow, I think you guys are available to get a free abortion or vasectomy if you want. So line up for that.
The lines are already crazy, I heard. People should cut it out.
Cut it out.
Let's go with that.
I can't hear any of that.
I can't hear anything.
You suck. You guys got no sound this morning? That's terrible.
Oh, you got no
I heard
sound.
the Internet Dad show this morning, though.
All right.
I didn't. I was running behind. I was at the bank.
I think there was one more story we had in here. What was it? Did we have any more? Or are we out?
I don't have anything. You had a
no. There was one. There was one. Yeah. That's the one I was looking for. All right. So these are the last story. Archaeologists have unearthed a 13,000-year-old mastodon skull in Iowa. 13,000 years. It is in pristine condition, and it could reveal insights about the human interaction with the animal, according to John. John says it could lead to some important information.
I'm glad John said that.
The excavation took 2 weeks from a creek and a bank in Iowa, recovering several bones alongside the unique skull. Mastodon bones will be displayed in the new exhibit at the Prairie Trails Museum in Corydon, Iowa, after conservation and analysis. Let's see if there's a picture of this from the Washington Times. What is a mastodon? Is that an elephant?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a mammoth. What's a mastodon?
It's like a mammoth, but it's not woolly.
Yeah.
Big elephant.
Okay, so it's an elephant. So they found an elephant in Iowa.
Yep, it happens.
All right. And here, let's see.
Apparently they were woolly too.
Boop. Here you go. This is what a mastodon skull looks like.
That is not a mastodon skull. That's a tusk.
The tusk of the mastodon found on the property of Joe and his family in 2019. Oh, that's not even the one we're talking about.
What happened to John?
I don't know. I think John's in charge. John's in charge of this stuff.
Okay.
Daily Express. Let's go there. I want to see a picture. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
I found a picture here.
There you go. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like right there. Mastodon skull. Very impressive. I think. It looks very big. If that's it
is.
I can't tell if that's a dude or a chick, actually.
Doesn't matter.
That is a big person, and that head is as big as a big person. So this thing must have been very large. All right. So does that make you believe anything about humans? I mean, did they think that a human killed this thing?
Well, if they pull the thing out the rest of the way, they might find a human in its belly. And so we've
Oh.
just learned that they eat humans.
I thought we weren't supposed to believe that humans existed 13,000 years ago.
It depends on if you're an old Earth creationist or a new Earth creationist, I guess.
I don't know. Well, I didn't think people were supposed to be in Iowa 13,000 years ago. Are people supposed to be in Iowa 13,000 years ago?
Why couldn't they be?
I mean, I thought that we were all supposed to be coming from like the North Africa.
Scripture only tells us about the creation of man in the Garden of Eden. We know when Cain left, he met a woman outside of this area. So
Did he
God
really?
definitely did some, yeah. God definitely did some stuff outside of the Garden of Eden.
Is radiocarbon dating reliable?
Most of the time.
13,600 years due to radiocarbon dating. It's generally considered reliable for organic material, but there are some issues. It's most effective for objects up to 50,000 years old. Beyond that, there's too little C14 left to measure accurately. So this puts this mastodon skull inside the window of maybe reliable.
Probably. I would say it's probably accurate.
All right. Well, congratulations to John Deershuk, who's in charge. He's directing the University of Iowa Office
and Joe,
of the
don't
State
forget about
Archaeologist.
Joe.
And Joe, well, Joe found it, I think.
Joe's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. All right. All right. And that's why people don't watch the show. But if you guys would hit like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it anyway.
I'm pretty certain Brian's already a fan.
Yeah. Brian, I thought swim's over, Brian. How come you're not been back? You got a good reason why you're not back? He said,
I won't be here tomorrow, by the way. Usually not here on Mondays, but I was able to today. I just won't be tomorrow.
Today's Monday, right?
You may tell you a really cool thing, dude, that y'all probably, you might have something similar, but I have these listeners that will call me up and they've listened to me for years and years, and they'll call and talk to me every once in a while. So to them, I am there every single day. I'm always in a good mood. I'm always talking. I'm their friend, you know? And so they'll call and just talk to me like I don't know that guy's name. Have no clue what his name is, but I talk to him. I talk to him all the time. He calls me all the time. We talk about music or NASCAR or something, and that's what we were talking about. And he was asking me my last name and who I was related to, and he knew some people and blah, blah, blah. I don't have a clue who that guy is, but I know he's a good listener. And I really like that as a radio guy, because sometimes I don't know who these people are. I know their first name, but they know me. They listen to me every day. I'm their friend, you know? Which has a juxtaposition, because then you have the people that don't know how to work in society, but I'm their friend. And every time they call me, I'm happy and nice to them on their phone. So they latch onto you. And they're like, at the one radio station, we had a stalker lady that would follow us all around.
That doesn't sound good.
She followed one of the DJs home to his apartment. And then the next morning she was knocking on the door trying to sell something to him. And he was flipped out.
Wow.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail that, but that was really cool. I like it when it was really cool.
All right, it's we're gonna end the show. It's joke time. What does the snail say when it's riding on the back of a turtle?
I don't know.
Go down.
Wee.
breathe, JJ, breathe.
When I really laugh, I honestly can't breathe. And my daughter is the same way. Like if she thinks something's really funny, she just stops breathing.
So I had an appointment over the weekend with the doctor on Saturday, and it was a urologist, and he told me that I could submit a sample to him by email. And I was like, Really? He was like, yeah, as long as you have an IP address.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm pretty certain he's giving you booze right now.
I know.
We can't hear
I
the
know.
tracks.
Oh,
You can't hear the tracks at all.
Oh, you can't hear the tracks at all? Okay.
No, that was a
No.
good one. Come
All
on.
right.
That was fun. That
Oh
was
my
fun.
God.
So my son has been he's been working on some of the golf stuff, and every now and then he's like, Dad, do you have this? Dad, do you have this? And he's like, I need some practice golf balls. I'm like, okay, I've got some True Flight ones downstairs. I'll go grab them. He goes to my golf bag and comes back with a pair of socks. Dad, why do you have a pair of socks in your golf bag? What if I get a hole in one?
All right.
Dave wins.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please come back. I promise you tomorrow's show will be better than this.
No,
I won't be here.
it's a line.
That's
That's
why-
why I get struck by lightning again.
I give you my word of honor as a man and a Texan. It's going to be better than this.
You'll just have to tune in to find out.
Politicians and talking heads lying left and right. You can help us bring facts into the light. Don't let your daughter lose her next swim meet to a psychopath dude with fake teeth. Essay or a comment, he said no. Watch now, the internet dad show. Subscribe quick, the squid monster's on the way. Inspire with us tomorrow's news today. Oh yeah.
Oh, that pushed the button. End.